What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday edition of my MLB DFS podcast. We have a ton of games on tonight's main slate, plenty of options to pick from. There's one game that has some rain going on, so I'm going to avoid it. Unfortunately, it's the Blue Jays and Red Sox game, which could end up being a really good game to pick from for bats. But right now, it's looking a little sketchy, so I'd like to see the radar closer to game time before I start picking from that game. So before I get into my usual pitcher, 2 infield and 2 outfield plays, my sponsored sportsbook, BetUS, I'm going to put the link below to sign up. A minimum of $50. Join with promo code JOIN125, and they will match your first deposit 125%. I use the sportsbook every day. And it's a really reliable sportsbook with payouts in betting in all platforms. So jumping into tonight's slate, last night we did really well. We did a free MLB hybrid lineup, which cashed. The cash and GPP lineups also cashed in all contests. And if you watched yesterday's video, some of those value plays should have done pretty well for you. So hopefully we can keep things going on today. Drop a like on this video and make sure you're subscribed. For pitcher tonight, I'm looking at Shane McClanahan of the Rays. He's been pretty solid for them all year. This game has the lowest over-under of 7.5. They're in Tampa Bay, more of a pitcher-friendly ballpark. And McClanahan finds himself as a minus 150 favorite here. And there should be not too many runs. So he's been he's been a solid pitcher all year for the Rays for the most part. A young lefty, a 3.88 ERA. He goes at least 5 innings basically every single game. He averages 27 fantasy points, and at 8,900, anything over 25 fantasy points should be a win. I think the offensive side of things is what wins you tonight's slate. A lot of great teams and bats to pick from. So jumping into the infield, I love Rizzo tonight. The Cubs lineup is not confirmed, but he should be batting 3rd or 4th for them. The Cubs find themselves as one of the top run projected team totals tonight against Vladimir Gutierrez. They're at home. Gutierrez is not great. He has a 5 ERA here. This game has like a 10.5 over-under, and the Cubs are pretty big favorites. I think they're like minus 180 favorites right now, and the Cubs have been hitting pretty well as of late. Rizzo on a 4-game hitting streak, 4 for his last 8 homers in back-to-back games. He has a lefty-righty matchup here tonight. A really good spot for Rizzo, who's underpriced at 3,300. Second infield play, let's go to Donaldson. I had Donaldson in all of my lineups last night, and he went deep. He did not disappoint at 3,200. Hopefully him going deep last night kind of triggers him to get on a bit of a hot streak. I just think this price is too low for Donaldson batting in the meat of this Twins lineup, and the Twins are also another team that should score a good amount of runs tonight against the lefty Tyler Alexander of the Tigers. Minnesota tends to see the ball hit pretty well at their field. I think Donaldson is in one of the better spots as a mid-infielder, a middle-tier infielder at 3,200. For the outfield, let's go over to Andrew McCutchen. This Nationals and Phillies game is also another great game to pick from. We have Matt Moore on the Phillies facing off against Eric Fed of the Nationals. Both of these pitchers are not great, and this game also sees a very high over-under, one of the highest totals on tonight's slate from Vegas. McCutchen hit that clutch 3-run walk-off home run last night. He should be coming into today's game with a lot of confidence and a good swing. 18 homers, 55 RBIs, batting cleanup for the Phillies tonight. He should be getting up with guys on base. I think it's a great spend down at 3,000 in the outfield, as the Phillies should have plenty of opportunities to score runs tonight. Then my last play, another guy along with Donaldson who was in all of my lineups last night. He's just too cheap. Batting second again for the Twins. He's the same price, $2,100. He's only $100 off of minimum, and he's going good right now. Hits in his last 3 games. Those 3 hits are all extra base hits, a double, and then back-to-back games with home runs. So, I mean, I'm not expecting him to homer It definitely helps when you have a guy who's 2,100 hit a homer for you. But anything over, 6 to 9 fantasy points is fine at that price. He's going to allow you to spend up on some much needed studs to win tonight's slate. So Brent Rooker is one of the best value plays on tonight's slate. That'll sum up today's video, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Let's get after it again tonight and get hot. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. See ya.